Hello Bookish friends, welcome to another top 5 video. In today's video I want to talk about top 5 annoying plot related things in books. I previously did a video about top 5 annoying things that are not plot related. I actually want to say that when I read or hear that these plot points exist in books, I most of the time do not choose to read them, and if I encounter such plot points in the books, it is always a possibility that I will DNF the books because these plot points do really annoy me. Plot point in the 5th place is about vampires. I've never been a fan of vampire novels, and I am most of the time annoyed when it is depicted that vampires are sexy. I know it's a bit of an unpopular opinion, but I have to say there are a very few books containing vampires that I found interesting. I have to admit vampires are not deal breakers for me. If the book is really exciting, vampires do not bother me that much unless they are considered sexy. So that's why it's in the 5th place in the list. Fourth place goes to the battle scenes in any type of books. Although my grandfather comes from a military background, I never found the depiction of battle scenes in books or movies interesting. I personally choose not to read military fiction because of that. And I also do not choose non-fiction books about war tactics or war strategies. And when a battle scene occurs in a fantasy novel, I mostly skim read those scenes because I think those scenes are the least interesting thing in a fantasy book. So that's why it takes the 4th place in this list. Plot point on the 3rd place is age gap romances. I know age gap romances do exist in real life. People do form better relationships when the ages are similar. What I mean by age gap is more than 10 years, by the way. I'm not saying that they should be born on the same year or anything like that. But after 10 years, I think there's a generational difference, which I think makes it a bit annoying for me to read. Most of the time, I choose to not read romance books with a significant age gap between the partners. The plot point on the 2nd place is most of the time seen in young adult novels. It is when a character finds out that he or she is naturally talented without having any previous experience, or without he or she has to work to get better. For example, a heroine can find out that she can fight really well even though she has never even punched a person before. I personally think it does not send a good message to the young adults. Even if you have talent in something, I think you have to work to get better in it. That is the main reason why this plot point annoys me. The plot point on the 1st place is the glorification of infidelity. I know infidelity exists in real life, but especially in romance novels, I do not want to see the glorifications of couples cheating. Of course, I do not mean to say that you have to be with the same person for the rest of your life. You can fall in love with a different person. I think you need to have a clear breakup before starting another relationship and move on. And I consider romance books to be sort of like a fairy tale. And I think relationships in such books do not have to be that much realistic. This is actually a very interesting thing because I prefer the other genres that I read to be as realistic as possible. Romance books are the books to escape reality for me. That's why the glorification of infidelity in romance books do bother me very, very much. And it takes the first place on the annoying plot points for me. Those were my top 5 annoying plot points. Please comment down below what is the plot point that annoys you the most. Do you agree with my list? And if you're a new viewer, first of all, welcome. Please like and subscribe. Hope to see you very soon. Bye. As for Turkish word of the day, I'm going to choose a very easy one this time, which is vampire. Vampire means vampir in Turkish, and vampir is our Turkish word of the day. Have a good day.